In Hindenburg Narrator, you need to understand a very specific recording behavior. There is something that happens during recording, and if you're not aware of it, you may run into problems later during processing and wonder why your audio isn't behaving the way you expect. So let me explain exactly what that is. I'm going to start recording and ask you to watch what happens right after the recording stops. As I record, notice my input level on the meter. At this moment, my recording level crosses minus 15 decibels. Sometimes it goes above that threshold, sometimes it doesn't, but in this case, it clearly crosses minus 15 decibels at least once. Now, when I stop the recording and look at the waveform, you'll notice that the waveform has increased in height. This behavior is called automatic leveling in the Hindenburg Narrator. Now let's look at another scenario. In this case, I'll start recording again, but I'll speak at a lower volume. This time, my level reaches around minus 20 decibels, but it does not cross minus 15 decibels any time during recording. When I stop the recording, notice what happens. You can see that automatic leveling has not been applied. Let me show you again briefly. When the automatic level is applied, I start recording, my level goes above minus 15 decibels. I stop the recording, and automatic leveling appears. Now look at this middle waveform. Automatic leveling was not applied to it. The waveform remains as it is. The height has not grown as we have seen in the previous recording. I can drag it to make it taller, but you will see that the level of these two recordings is not similar. There are other ways to fix this, and we will discuss those as we go through. So here's the key point. In Hindenburg Narrator, automatic leveling only activates if your input level crosses minus 15 decibels during recording. If your voice never crosses minus 15 decibels, automatic leveling simply will not be applied. This minus 15 decibels threshold is hard-coded into Hindenburg Narrator. I've discussed this with Hindenburg support, and they confirmed that this value cannot be changed. There is no way to configure that threshold for activating automatic leveling. However, there is an option you should know about. If you go to Settings, then Advanced, you'll find a checkbox called Perform Automatic Leveling after Import and Record. If you disable this option and record again, something important happens. Now, even if I cross minus 15 decibels during recording, automatic leveling will not be applied. When I stop the recording, you can clearly see that the waveform stays exactly as recorded, without any automatic level adjustment. So the question becomes, should you use automatic leveling or should you turn it off? The answer depends on your recording situation. If you're confident that your voice will always cross minus 15 decibels during recording and you have proper checks in place, then automatic leveling can work fine. But if you do not have those pre-recording checks and practices in place, it's often better to turn automatic leveling off and manually manage your levels after recording. The important thing is simply to understand this behavior. Sometimes automatic leveling may not work the way you expect, especially if your audio never crosses that minus 15 decibels threshold. That's usually the reason behind the issue. Later, when we get into the processing stage, we'll look at how this can cause problems and how to handle them properly. If you're watching this video on YouTube, this lesson is part of my Hindenburg Narrator course. Hindenburg Narrator is dedicated software for audiobook production, and it offers several advantages for recording audiobooks. For example, it allows you to record long audiobook sessions in a single project without managing multiple files. You can import your manuscript directly into the software and record straight from the text. It's designed to keep the recording process simple and organized. Hindenburg Narrator also offers a free trial so you can test it before deciding whether it fits your workflow. If you'd like to enroll in my Hindenburg Narrator course, you'll find the link in the description. Thanks for watching.